Alright, we're going to be doing some basic Python programming. I think we're going to be introducing the input statement in this particular tutorial here. Alright, so let's go ahead and bring up Python. Alright, let's go to something here. And of course that's what we're going to be doing, but we need to start from scratch. So once again we're going to be finding the average of three numbers. Finding the average of three numbers. Okay, so in the previous videos, or in the very first one, we actually assigned a variable. We assigned an integer to a variable, but in this particular case here, we're going to be, once we run the program, we'll be asked what is that first number, and then second number, and third number. And my variables here, I'm just going to label them x1, x2, and x3. So we're going to say input first number is, and then x of 2, input, I'll do single quotes. You can do single quotes or double quotes, it doesn't matter. Second number is, and we'll just do 3 of them. How's that? Input third number is, alright, and then of course the sum. Now you notice that this turned purple, or I don't know if you can barely see that, just like these are purple. This is a keyword here, so we can't use sum, but what we could do is capitalize it. That right there. There you go. It's not purple now. So we sum them up. Not capital. x1, x2, and x of 3. And then of course we want to find their average. And so that's going to be the sum of those numbers divided by 3. And then we'll print that out. And we'll just label the sum is equal to, alright, and I'm going to use a comma here. Instead of, in the previous video we did a plus and then turned our number into a string, or turned our number back into a string. And in this case we're just going to, what are we doing here? Oh, sum, okay. Alright, then we're going to break to the next line. That command breaks to the next line, and then our average, let's use a cat, well, it doesn't matter, small s, big S, better do big S, and then our average is equal to whatever that's going to be. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. AVG. Okay. Alright, well, we're not really done here. What's going to happen is when we give our first number, the output for this input statement here is a string, and we're going to demonstrate that real quick. I'm going to show you something here. Let x equal input first number. We want to do a space. I'll tell you why here in just a second. Okay, so it asked. So when I hit enter here, it asks what is the first number, and when let's say the first number is a 12, it's going to take 12 and assign it to x here. The reason I did a space is so we get a space right here. If not, the number is going to be right up against the r. Look funny. Okay. Now watch what happens here if I say the type. Ask for what is the type of x, and you'll see, okay, str, it is a string. It is a string. You see that? So let's do this. X is equal to, we can't have a string. We can't add up. We can add up a bunch of strings, but we're supposed to be adding up numbers. Okay. Actually, let me show you something here real quick. Input. Alright, let's say the second number. Space there. Okay, so the second number, we'll say the second number is 34. Okay. Now what happens when we add x plus y? We add both these numbers together, we should get 46, right? But what's going to happen here is, you can see here, we don't get 46. When you add two strings together, it just concatenates them, and look at there, it just kind of glues them together. You see that? So somehow we've got to get 46 to come out here, and the best way to do that is let me do something here to retype. Just there, upward arrow key on your computer there. You can turn this into an integer, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to turn that into an integer. See that? Okay. And of course, bam. Now let's go back and change y. int. Okay, second number is 34. Okay, let's see, x plus y. See that? 46. Okay, so we're going to need to turn this input statement, we're going to need it turned into an integer, because its output will be a string. And to do that, we just put int on the outside there. And so that's what we'll do here. We'll go int, turn that into an integer. Int, and int. Alright, so we should be good to go at this point in the game. We want to put a space there so those guys line up. You'll see what I mean here in just a second. So let's hit run. Alright, we'll need to adjust the screen here. Okay, so it's asking us what is the first number. We'll say it's a 12. I don't know, making some stuff up here. 34 and 56. Okay, 102. See that? Let's run this program. Actually, wait a minute. Let's, I don't know. Let's take a look at this real quick. Let's see, 6 and 4 is 10, 11, 12. So that's a 2 there. Carry the 1. We got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we got 102. And then divided by 3 should be 34. Alright, see how easy that is? Okay, very useful, this input statement, when we're given, we got to input some data in and then do some calculations. Alright, so we're going to be using a lot of the input statement. Just to kind of refresh your memory, remember this thing here, we could actually just tab over and let's run. Instead of breaking it up, writing it all on one line, 1, 2, 3, right? So you see it just tabbed over, gave a big space right here. Okay, do that. That was just a refresher from the previous video. Okay, so now you know how to use the input statement, and like I said, we'll be using a lot of that. And remember, if we're going to use these numbers in a formula, we'll need to convert them into integers, okay, like I did here. Alright, so we're doing some Python programming, and I think this is the third tutorial. I'm trying to remember. Anyway, I'll see you in the next one. And what are we going to be covering in the next one? I think just more application problems with the input statement. Probably maybe setting some variables. I'm not sure what we're doing here yet. I think we're going to do we're going to come up with a word problem. That's what we're going to do. I think we're going to talk about the random function or something. Alright, I'll see you then. The random method. Bye.